Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Destny's Desires, where we come together to grow, motivate, and inspire the best versions of ourselves. I am Destiny, of course, and if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are back, what's up, fam? As you guys can tell by today's title, I am going into my willingness to commit series. If you guys did not see the previous videos I posted, which was 2 weeks ago now at this point, I'm going to discuss that in a second. It was the contentment in singleness, and now we are doing the willingness to commit. And before I get into this video, which is going to be a super good one, I just want to address the past weekend. I did not post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of last week. I am just working some kinks out with my channel, some editing things. I am really working on growing this channel, and I have some new lighting coming. I have some new editing software coming. I have some new cameras coming, like some new looks, like lighting, sound. I am really working on taking my YouTube channel to the next channel, and so I've been really busy with that, and so I wasn't able to record the way I was planning to. Like I've said plenty of times before, if I don't have good content, I'm not putting it out. If it does not look the way I want it to look, I am not putting it out. And so I appreciate those of you who have been supportive during this little break that I've taken. But I'm back, I'm better, and we're going to talk about the willingness to commit. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Go ahead and watch those videos before you watch this one, because your level and your area of singleness is key to your ability to commit. And so we're talking about willingness to commit, and today's section is going to be preparation for the gift, right? And so a lot of these terms and things you'll hear, they'll come from my spiritual background, but I believe they apply to anyone. If you're not a spiritual person, I think these are still crucial to you to have a successful relationship. And if you are spiritual, and you do have a specific religion that you live by, I think these things are almost a necessity to be in a healthy, happy relationship. And so there's 3 things we're going to talk about, and then I have my little phone right here to help me stay on topic, because like I said before, I've been working on new content and new ideas, and I'm recording and pushing things out to you guys. And so I just want to make sure I stay on track with this specific video. So the first thing we're going to talk about is expectations when you're willing to commit and wanting to be in a relationship. And so I think we live in an era today where, before I get into this, yes, your girl got a new hairstyle. So I know you guys are noticing there's something different about me, and that is what it is, honey, okay? So let's just address that. I look good. I'm sorry, I should not be this vain. Okay, but I really just like it. You know, when you're going through a phase and a change in your life, and you change your hairstyle or you get a new outfit, and women, and sometimes I think men may go through this as well, where you're just really feeling good about yourself. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So at any rate, let's get back into the video. So willingness to commit, the first thing we're going to talk about is expectations. And so we live in an area right now in life, in this generation. I don't want to say generation because it's pretty much with everyone, even, you know, people that are older than us, in this millennial generation, because we're millennials, well, my age group, although I don't identify with them. I should have been born in the 80s. But at any rate, it's like of the relationship goal things. We're like, oh, if I have this, my relationship will be happy and it'll be healthy. If we have matching, you know, shoes, you know, you're in my age group, matching, you know, cars, all these materialistic things equal happy relationships, and that's not factual, because those things disappear, you know, through relationships and marriage. If that's what you aspire, one point or another, you're going to have financial problems. You know, one point or another, someone will get sick. And so when you look at those marriage vows, all those things come to true, you know, through sickness and health, you know, through worse or better, because there's going to be bad times, there's going to be great times, you know, rich or broke, you know, these things are going to, in a lifetime, if you aspire to have your marriage for a lifetime, will be something that you will experience at one degree or another. And so right now we're living in this stage of relationship goals, and if I have this will make us happy. And so I want us to really look at what our expectations are from our spouse. What do we really want and need from our spouse? And it doesn't have to be anything financial, because you can change your financial situation. We can, you know, change your physical situation. I'm not saying go date someone and try to change who they are. That's not the point. But you have to look at their character and who they are inside. If somebody doesn't have a good character, you know, that doesn't just change overnight. That's something that they personally have to work on themselves. You know, but if you dress a little frumpy, you know, you can go to the mall and change that. But if inside you're a nasty person, that is a little bit, you know, that's some personal work that you've got to do, you know. And so I encourage us to, what are our expectations? Look at our expectations. What do you need? What do you want. It's not even what you want, it's what you need in order to have a healthy and successful relationship. And so we have to look at our expectations and what it is that we want. I expect communication in any relationship, whether that's with a family member, a friend, or a spouse. I need to be able to communicate how I feel, and I want you to feel safe and open to communicate how you feel. Because not everyone thinks the same. When you come into a relationship, you've lived a life. For me, 23 plus years before you met them. They lived their life however many years plus since they met you. You guys are not going to agree on everything. You're not going to see eye to eye on everything. You should date somebody that's like-minded so everything's not a debate. But there's going to be differences. But if we can communicate those differences, then I think that we as a couple, we as a friendship, or we as a family member can basically deal with any problem that comes on. Because in any relationship, there will be, times where things will come on. So look at the expectations you set in your relationships with your family members and your friends and your spouse. Look at those, set those expectations, and then voice them. Communicate them. The second thing we're going to talk about is helpmate duties. So whether you aspire to marriage or just want to be dating forever, or, and I'm not saying that bad. It's your personal choice. Everybody wants what they want. Some people don't want to get married, and that's perfectly fine. If you do want to get married, if you do aspire to have a long-term relationship with someone, figure out what you bring to the relationship. What are your helpmate duties? What do you bring to the relationship? I think as I've gotten older, I am very old-fashioned. I'm very traditional in the way I believe things. But I also don't believe that those should be limitations. I love to clean and cook. Those are just things that I like to do that are fun to me. But if my spouse likes to cook, of course you can cook. It's not like, oh, I'm the woman, I am the only one that cooks in this house. No, it's a shared, it should be a shared, goal of, we want a clean house, so what are we going to do to have a clean house, right? We want dinner cooked, what are we as a unit going to do to have that done? So you have to figure out what are your strong suits in your singleness, because you're not going to be good at everything, right? I'm really working on my financial things, because I like to shop. I like to spend money, it's okay because I make my own money. I support my own habits. But in a marriage, I could see myself in the future having to work on that. Working on what I'm spending my money on and working on my saving. And that's really a goal I've set for myself this year personally in my singleness, to work on my finances, because I know me and I know how I get. When I get paid and money, it burns in my pocket. Like, I don't know what it is, but it does. And so that's something that I know. Like, if I would love to have a spouse who can stay on a budget, and who can encourage me to stay on it, and encourage me to, have fun with my money, but also be responsible with it. I'm not saying that you go into a relationship with problems, but you find your helpmates, right? That's what we're talking about. You have to be willing to commit to a joint account, if that's something you aspire to have, something I do aspire to have at one point. Willing to commit to maybe doing something that you don't want to do, but something you're just good at. If you're just good at it, you may have to take one for the team and just do it. It may not be what you want to do. I don't really like sitting down and writing out budgeting plans. Okay, no, that's a lie. I like to. I don't follow them as well as I should. But I love to sit down and write out a budgeting plan just so I can see where my money's going. I might still spend it, but I at least know where it's going, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I didn't do that in the past, so growth, okay? But yeah, find your spouse and see what they like, and you help. You don't have to just say, oh, the man is the only one that takes out the trash. If that's something he's good at, it's something he can remember to do on the right dates and things. Work, it's a team. It's a team effort. It's not a, I'm doing more in this relationship than you. It should be we're both doing what works. And things shouldn't be equal. Like, oh, well, I cook, so you should do this. And I do this, so you should do that. It should be this needs to be done. Who's better at it? Let's get it done, right? And the last thing we're going to talk about in this section of willingness to commit is the long-term purpose. What is your long-term purpose? When you commit to someone, you have to commit to them in their dreams, their aspirations, their fears, their... you commit to all of that if you want a happy and healthy relationship. So what their dreams are, they kind of mesh with what your dreams are. If you dream to live one place, they dream to live another, that's very hard in the scheme of a long-term purpose, because you guys don't see eye to eye on that, right? So what are your long-term purposes? What is his long-term purpose, her long-term purposes, whoever your spouse is? And how do they connect one another? How do you bring those dreams together and make it work? And then this is also going to be something I'm talking about in my next series that you guys are going to be seeing on Wednesday, the willingness to commit, the importance of sacrifice. Relationship is all about dying to oneself. That's what it is. It doesn't sound fun, but it's beneficial. You know, you have to let things go when you're in a relationship. It's not going to be all that what you want. And that's why I encourage us to think about what our expectations are. Because if you expect someone just to go with everything you say, you're going to get a doormat, and that will get old very quickly, whether you're a man or a woman. I don't care what any man says or any woman says, but typically women, we believe that men want us to be doormat or want us to be quiet and do what they say. They don't. They want you to have your own purpose, your own plan, your own life. And they want to be a part of it. They don't want to be your life. As weird as, I don't know where it came from, but there is a stigma that that's what men want. They want to sit at home and cooking and cleaning and waiting for them. And a real man that has his own goals and his own dreams, he doesn't want that. He wants you to have your own thing. And he wants to push you, encourage you to do your own thing, you know. And so we have to, as men and women, make sure that we are good in ourselves, in our singleness. So watch those first 2 videos. And then once you know who you are in your singleness, you know, what are your expectations for a relationship? They have to be realistic, you know. This person isn't going to do everything you want them to do. And they may actually challenge you a lot. And the challenging is good. It's good. It can cause conflict sometimes. But to be challenged, it's good because you experience a place where you want to, you know, live life with this person. Your life. You're going to go through so many different changes. If they're the same and they don't push you to be better or push you to be worse, because some people are just content in where they're at, it can get old. And it can leave an opportunity, not saying this is right, but for you to want attention or to be challenged by somebody, whether you have a work little relationship crush going on. You know, whatever the case it may be, you want your spouse to fill that void. You want your spouse to push you to be better. And so we need to look at our expectations with our relationships. Are they realistic? What do we need? Not what we want. Yeah, I want a man that's financially stable, but I also want a man that's God-fearing. And if he's God-fearing and following his purpose, he will be financially stable. So that's not a thing I need. I need you to, you know, love the Lord, okay? So I need you to do that. And if you can do that, God will carry the rest, you know, and that's my spiritual belief. And if you don't have those, you have to think about what you want. You know, having somebody that's financially stable, I think it's a plus, but it's not wise for that to be the only thing that you search for. There's a lot of people that have money. There's trillions of dollars in the world. It's not easy to not have money. If you work at something, you will have money. So that shouldn't be something you need. You need somebody that can communicate. Because if you live in $1 million home and you don't talk to your spouse, So I encourage us to look at our expectations. What do we expect from our spouse? After we look at that, what are our helpmate duties? What do we bring to the relationship? Now that we want to commit and be with somebody, what do we bring to make that thing better? Right? Not what they give us. Hopefully you're having a spouse that's on the same accord of you, so what you bring, they bring as well. But what do we bring to the relationship? How do we make this better? And then once you think that, how do our long-term purposes connect? And so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm super excited to be back with my new hairstyle. You know, I'm just feeling very happy in life. And I encourage you guys, I implore you guys to watch these videos. Do some work and grow. You know, it's crucial. It's important. You know, I love that I'm seeing a lot more people being supportive. I love that I'm seeing women supporting women. I love that I'm seeing so much change and growth in such an ugly time in our you know, our place of life that we live in right now with so much ugliness going on. There are real good people that are standing up, and I am so excited to see that, and I implore on being one of those people. You know, that's a goal of mine, to be someone who can help motivate people, encourage people, and inspire them. That's my purpose, and that's why I'm here. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Come back on Wednesday where we're going to be doing the part 2 of the willingness to commit, where we'll be talking about the importance of sacrifice. It's not a fun one, but it's crucial for a healthy and happy relationship. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Go ahead and like, thumbs up, and comment on this video. Comment below what you guys feel are some things that you have to do when you're willing and wanting to commit to somebody, something that you have to take into the relationship, or something that you expect out of the relationship, right? Tell me what you guys are thinking. Maybe I can incorporate them in a future video. Also, like, thumbs up this video. Go ahead and subscribe. Oh, wait. There's a little button down there that's red that says subscribe. Did you do it? Did you do it? I hope you guys did it. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on your push notifications so you'll be notified each and every time I post, which should be each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes it wavers. Go ahead and click down the description box below so you guys can follow me on my social sites, where I'll also let you guys know what's going on if I'm not posting, if I am posting, what's to come, or if you just want to follow my life, because I think, you know, it's not that interesting. No, I work a lot, but I'm happy. So if you want to see somebody who's happy living their life, go ahead and follow me on my social sites. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, bye!